this is a test to see if you're hearing audio, because I got my Bluetooth speaker on playing my music from my phone. I don't know if it's going to be able to record me while it's listening to music, or I'm listening to music. I better not go too far. Say too much. Alright, let's show you how a man with a hernia moves a chair. I can't lift it. Get dizzy. Go the other way. The heavy stuff is a thing of the past. Holy cow. As it falls off screen. Am I even on screen? Let's see. I never fell down yet. That's a different one. And even if I fell down, I'd still try to keep going. Because that's the way. Oh. Right. At least nice when I get this garage half organized. I got all these bins and totes up on the shelf to put things in, but there's nothing in them. I got them marked and everything. I just haven't got the building to come up here yet. Not enough time in the day to do what I need to do, I guess. And when I do got time, some of it's just usually sitting on a chair suffering. So that's what you gotta deal with when it gets old. My health treats me like I'm 87 or older. Alright, that's not what I wanted, but it's gonna have to do for now. Let's go see what I can get up to in the van. As you can see, our curtains hit the floor. They were up there. Now they're not. Used to go from where the flashlight was to... Is the hook still there? No, the hook is gone. So it's done until the next campsite. It was just stuck up there as a quick way to have a curtain while we were out, and didn't want everybody looking through the front. And it also kept the heat out. Let me tell you, that is no joke. When I look at that and it says 41 degrees C, that is what it is in this van right now. Because the sun, when it comes in, just sits and it's got nowhere to go. So I usually end up leaving a window up here with a screen on it. I'll put a screen on it myself. It's just one of those magnetic door screens. And we have to open up this side. Right here. And there goes my head. Everything is everywhere. I don't even know how to open this damn window. Oh, there you go. There. Get a breeze through her anyway. Holy smokes. I hope a breeze blows through her. I don't know. Anyway, I'm trying to do the best game of what I got again. And these are a couple of the van lifers I met while I was at the van meetup. I've never met them in person. I knew them because I'm subscribed to them, but I never knew them in person, but now I do. All right, now I gotta empty all this stuff out. There's our garbage can that's tipped over. I just finished knocking over my fan. So I just had it stuck up here temporarily until I gets them mounted up here somewhere. But if we put a cabinet here, I guess I really don't want to go too high because I'll be blocking the window. But I do have some nice fans to put in there. If you know anything about me, I guarantee you'll know that I'll use whatever I got. This came out of an old computer. Well, no, it wasn't even in a computer. It was a computer fan, but it was put into a generator box that my brother and I used to own, and we took it apart. And when he took it apart, he gave me the fans. So I just hooked it up to a adapter there on the wall. I can't get past my snowblower, which was his also. I looked into getting all kinds of stuff when he moved away. See, 12 volt, 15 or 1.5 amps, and that runs that there. Or I can run it off of 12 volt and just plug it in a cigarette lighter. You have the picture of that fan there. I ain't bringing it out. There's no point putting it there until I'm ready to install it. As you can see, there's cigarette lighter port. See my finger, see my thumb, see my fist, you better run. I don't know if anybody ever heard that before. But there you go, there's a cigarette lighter port next to my ashtray for when I don't smoke. And yeah, we got a button here for to tilt up and down and slide forward and backward so we can adjust the sofa, which is the bed, because the sofa is the bed. Yeah. So, oh my, zoom back out. Doo-doo-doo-doo. And I don't want to cover up, well, I'm going to cover it up, but I don't want to take out the original stereo system in the back. I want to try to keep the van looking like it was when it was out of the factory. So that will be the option. And when I do get someone to help me, because there's no way on this planet Earth I'll be able to move that bed by myself. And nor will I be asking my wife to help me move it, because that is one heck of a couch. And I guess, oh, it's getting hot in here. Yeah, it's one heck of a couch. And then on top of that, I got to try to get my stereo working. Right now I use Bluetooth everything, so I'm not really dying to get it fixed, but it'd be nice to get it fixed. And just in case you want to listen to your television or your stereo, you got headphone jacks. And the TV used to be in here. It's in my office right now. And the VCR used to be here. And well, the stereo's down there. Oh. I'm going to leave everything as it is and just build around it. And in that way, if I need to take the build out, it's going to be mobile. Like, my build will be able to be removed, and this van will be able to sell like its original self. I just want the convenience of having a cabinet here that you can cook on in case it's a rainy day out. And if it's not a rainy day, at least I got a spot to put my cooler and store a few dishes, one of each for everybody. And that's about it. And then my seat that I took out, I have a second seat which goes on this side, and that's the seat that I'll dig out in the garage, because it kind of got put in the corner where my old van seats were in the old van when I went and put all the old seats back into the van because I sold it, and I put all the seats back in. I wish I made enough money off that sale to pay for this van, but hey, not close. And then the rest, thank your family for chipping in. And we got a set of wheels that we got to try to modify and fix up a little bit so that we can go traveling across Canada, or even in the US, or wherever we're going to let us travel, because we don't know where we're going to be allowed to travel when the years go down the road. And there's my Bluetooth speaker that I was saying about. And the dog's water bowl is dried right out because of the heat in here, and she still got some food there because we leave everything there. We'll cover it up now that we're back from our trip, so that way nothing gets in it that shouldn't get in it. We don't want any mice in here either, so I don't know if mice can get in the van, but it'd be nice not to encourage it, right? And there's my cane. It's after falling already. And I pulled the chair up. Oh! I still think it's the whirl of my cane. Bruce Van Life Jr.'s dad made that for me. Well, not just for me, but he makes them. And I had to buy one because you gotta support people you know. And it was a nice cane, and I do need canes sometimes. And well, it was only a couple of weeks ago I had my walker back out and was using my walker. So anyway, enough of my jibber jabber, because I'll probably never post this one either. If I had $1 for every video I didn't post, I probably wouldn't have to worry about paying to get a cabinet built. One bolt, there's 2 bolts. Right there, there. How am I getting them out? They're behind the tire. That's not gonna be easy. This is frickin' brutal. That's how I had to get these. Can't move them. Can't move them. Barely got these twisted sideways. And of course the seatbelt's in the middle, which I can work with. I'm gonna mark those. I marked them wires so you know where to go when I put the seat back. Because this will all still be here. We're not taking it out. We'll build around it. And I use a strip and manage to get that strap to go down. We need to put that on something. This is the space I'm working with. It looks like a lot of space, right? Until you start putting stuff back in. The green trim or the green tape is where the frame is going to be the structure underneath the bed. And as for the bed itself, it's going to come to this corner, go right across there. It's going to be the height, the same height as this, so that way we can use these ledges in the night as charge ports. Because I don't know if you can notice, but I got some USB or 12-volt cigarette lighter ports, which I'm going to have to turn into ports that I'm going to have to be able to plug my EcoFlow. My EcoFlow will probably go up here. So that's for the chair lifts from now on. It folds out to a bed, but only electronically. I don't know if I can run it just by manual. Not to my knowledge. Well, I can always hook up a battery to it and just run 12 volt. That's convenient, 12 volt. There's some solar panels. They're supposed to be at my camper, but they're here. And there's the other captain's chair. My other captain's chair is in the corner, and that's going to go in to the back. This is where the captain's chair is going to go. All you do is move that carpet, and you can see where it mounts into the floor. They're great anchor points. That's what I used to hold the cooler cabinet that I built. This held down my cooler cabinet. I ran a metal ratchet, or like one of those, I don't know, come on words. You know, you tighten it up with a screw, and it tightens and tightens and tightens this little metal clamp. You know what it means. But anyway, it's one of those. One of them chummies. Hey, it's a chummy jigger. And there you go. You can see over there, there's the other one underneath the mat. And we just keep mats on it so nobody puts their foot in there and it hooks up and goes flying. Especially me, because I'm good for that. Yeah. So I got to figure out, we're going to put a cabinet starts right here. And it's going to go to there, where the stereo is. Well, it looks different on the camera than it does on my actual pointing. So that's where it's going to start. It's going to go back to here, and it's going to go up. The cabinet will go up about to there, and that will be where the kitchen countertop will be. Yeah. So then we can actually use, I'm going to put 2 fans right here, and there's going to also be 2 fans up above, right where the cabinet's going to sit, so that it'll pull air down and out through that window. And I'm probably going to leave about an inch of space off from where that cabinet's going to be. And that cabinet's going to be used, I'll use that as an anchor point, the seat, the hole in the floor for the seat, the metal clamps and everything. Because if it's meant to hold seat belts and people in the vehicles, it ain't going nowhere. So as long as I hook onto that really nice and tight, should be good to go. and mobility cabinet right there. And I honestly think it's time to retire those hats because they are faded and stained, and after 5 years of YouTube, yeah, they're done. But they lasted as long as they did. I was quite surprised. I could iron on a patch over the top of it, but they're starting to stain up now and sweaty and all that stuff that you can't get off.
So the van nut overdid it. Pulled chest muscle and it hurts to breathe.
Okay, that's 3 volts. And it's pushing that kind of wind through it already. Let's turn it off. Yeah, I think that'll be a pretty cool fan. For sure. So that's that mounts inside the body of the roof. There's a bunch of screws and junk there. This is the cover, which if you put it the right way, yeah, if you put it this way, it's actually going to keep the water out. Now the only thing I need, never mind, I thought I would need a fly screen, but it's already got one in it. Yeah, that was my biggest concern when I bought it. You could buy cheap ones for, no, they're $5 less than what I paid. And they don't come with no fly screen, and don't come with a very good cover. It's open, just an open lid. And there's some extra screws to go with it. And of course you gotta get your list of instructions, none which are English, so you know, maybe I can convert it. Anyway, yeah, I think that'll work out good. Get the heat out of the top of the van.